Hey guys, what's going on? Professor here, and today I'm coming at you with another top 10 video. Today I'm going to be going over the top 10 best LEGO Star Wars sets from Episode 7, The Force Awakens. As always, if you do enjoy, don't forget to go down there and hit that like button, and if you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into this. We're at number 10. I have set number 75131. This is the Resistance Trooper Battle Pack. Came out in 2016, retailing for $13 with 112 pieces. 4 minifigures you see right there. You get 3 Resistance Troopers, which all have slightly different face printings, and then you also get a Resistance officer over there on the left. This is a pretty basic battle pack. The little speeder there is okay. It does look kind of weird with that gun coming out of the back and just doesn't look very natural in my opinion. Overall, the speeder build is okay, but the minifigures in this one are really nice. I love the helmets that the Resistance Troopers are wearing. That little flip right there I think is very nice. And overall, it is just nice to see a battle pack where they use very simple, basic characters to just kind of build up your Resistance army in this case. And then obviously the speeder build is a bonus, but mostly the minifigures is what puts this one at number 10. Moving on to number 9, we've set number 75099. This is Reys Speeder from 2015. Retailed for $20 with 193 pieces. This one only coming with the 2 minifigures, that being Rey and Unkar's Thug. One of the nice things about this set was at the time it was a very cheap set to be able to get Rey in, obviously one of the more popular characters from The Force Awakens. The Unkar's Thug minifigure, I guess, was a nice inclusion. Obviously, if they had left that out, honestly, probably no one would care. Being Reys Speeder, Rey's the only, I guess you could say, required minifigure for this set, but that was also thrown in there. And for one of the more iconic vehicles in that movie, obviously appearing a lot in the beginning, I do think they did a very good job, that being LEGO, of portraying this with all that weaponry on the side. I really love the nice dark red color of the speeder in general, and then obviously the little seating area. Overall, I think they did a very nice job with this speeder, added some play features, and included some nice minifigures in a pretty cheap set. And that's why I put this one at number 9. Moving on to number 8, we have set number 75166. This is another battle pack, this one being the First Order Transport Speeder battle pack. This one came out in 2017, retailed for $15 with 117 pieces. And on the opposite side of the Resistance battle pack, this is a very nice First Order battle pack. This one coming with the 2 First Order Stormtroopers. One of them has the kind of electric baton thing and the shield, and then one has a stud shooter. You also get a First Order Officer and a First Order Flame Trooper. Unlike the Resistance one, I really do like this speeder. This speeder also does look a little weird, but for whatever reason, I really do enjoy this one. There is a location on the speeder to attach the shield and kind of electric baton that I was talking about for the First Order Stormtrooper, and there's also a location to put the stud shooter, so depending on what you want the Stormtroopers to have, they can have either one of those, which is very nice. You can rotate that in and out. Overall, very nice battle pack, in my opinion, obviously better than the Resistance Trooper battle pack, but another great way to build your army, and an absolutely amazing build. In my opinion, I really love that speeder there in the middle, and that's why this one is at number 8. Moving on to number 7, we have set number 75180. This is the Raft Our Escape, also from 2017. It's retailed for $80 with 836 pieces. You get Han Solo, Chewbacca, 2 of those Guavian soldiers, and then you also get Balatik, who is, I believe, the leader of the Guavian Death Gang. You also do get those very nice brick-built Raftars over there. You get 2 of them. One is that kind of brownish red color, and then you also get a black one. That is definitely, in my opinion, the highlight of this set. While they do look a little funny, I think that the inclusion of those is very nice. Obviously, this is a very memorable scene from the movie when the Raftars are chasing everybody around in Han Solo's large transport ship. The build itself is okay. You have the little cage there for the Raftars. You also have a little bay door where you can see you have the Guavian Death Gang coming in, and then you can kind of recreate that scene if you want. But really, this is here for the minifigures. Obviously, very exclusive with those Guavian soldiers and then Balatik, and then the very nice brick-built Raftars, in my opinion. The build is okay, but when you put it all together, that's why I have this one at number 7. Moving on to number 6, we have set number 75236. This is the Doolin Starkiller base from 2019. Retailed for $20, came with 191 pieces. And I do believe that this is the first of the kind of dual type $20 sets where you have this dual scene that has been recreated between 2 characters. This one, obviously, from The Force Awakens in that snowy forest towards the end of the movie. You have Rey, who, alongside having the lightsaber, also has a stud shooter, and then you have Kylo Ren here without his mask on, iconic blade piece right there. I think Lego did a very good job of recreating this, especially with the fact that you can separate it right there in the middle to kind of recreate that earthquake thing right at the end there. Each character has their own stand that they can be put on, so you can kind of recreate them, smash the lightsabers against each other, whatever you want to do. And for a relatively small set, I do think that the trees and just the scenery, everything in the background, is very nice. Alongside, once again, a nice cheap set to be able to get two very popular minifigures from the sequel or from the sequels, excuse me, and that's why I put this one at number 6. Moving on to number 5, we have set number 75104. This is Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle. Came out in 2015, retailing for $120 with 1,005 pieces, and this may be the most controversial set on this list. This one came with the minifigures of Kylo Ren. You get a General Hux, First Order Stormtrooper Officer, First Order Officer, and 2 First Order crew members. Minifigures are fine, but where the controversy comes in is the set itself. Obviously, as most of you guys probably know by now, this first edition of the Kylo Ren Shuttle was not able to form the wings into the V position that is most well known with this. They can only be moved up, and so you just have this kind of these vertical wings sitting on the side of the cockpit area, which looks a little bit awkward. Obviously, it is also in that dark gray color and not the iconic black of this ship. And then it also has, it's kind of difficult to see in this picture, but it also has little wing flaps underneath the wings, which are also not a part of this ship. So I do think that LEGO did get a lot wrong with this, but my love for this ship does override that to a certain extent, and while this definitely would have been much higher up on this list had it been the right color, the functionality had been correct, I think LEGO did probably the best they could for the time, obviously having to start working on this model well in advance of when the movie actually came out, and so you can only blame them so much for what they were able to do with this, but all the setbacks and things that they did get wrong with this does drop this one down to number 5 on the list and prevents it from moving up any higher. Moving on to number 4, though, we have set number 75102. This is Poes XWing Fighter from 2015. Retail for $80 with 717 pieces. You get BB-8 Poe, a Resistance pilot, and a Resistance ground crew member. Similar to a lot of other ships, all this kind of extra stuff, aside from the X-Wing, like the ladder, the little, the little maintenance speeder there, that is whatever. I guess it's nice that they kind of throw that in, but it really could have been left out, and I don't really care too much about it. What I really love is the actual X-Wing itself. The engines, I think, look very clean, like as you can see with the wings together. I think the engines look very nice like that. Obviously, you have the spring-loaded shooters on the wings there to add some playability, and just the overall color scheme. I absolutely love the nice dark black with the orange popping off of it. I think it contrasts very well. You can obviously turn the little dial thing at the top close by where you insert BB-8 to be able to extend the wings into the iconic X position there, and then just the nice cockpit piece right there. Overall, there's a lot to love about this set. There isn't too much that I don't like about it. Like I said, the kind of side stuff I don't really love that much, and the minifigures they included are kind of whatever. But overall, very nice X-Wing at the time, and that's why I put this one at number 4. Moving on to number 3, we have set number 75101. This is the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter. Also came out 2015. Retail for $70 with 517 pieces. This one came with a First Order Officer, First Order crew member, and 2 First Order TIE pilots. And while this is, at least initially, very similar to basically every other TIE Fighter we've gotten, there is, at least I believe, some differences. Obviously, the wings themselves. You have the outside of it kind of in this nice dark black color, and then the inside is a much lighter gray, whereas normally you have a darker gray on the outside, and then the wing itself is more of a black color. So they kind of inversed it and made the gray a little bit lighter, which I really do like that change. It gives the First Order TIE Fighter a unique look as compared to the Empire TIE Fighter. And then where the cockpit is, I really love the red coloring that they put in there, but that it's only on one side. So the asymmetric coloration where you have the black on the left and the red on the right, alongside just the overall look of the cockpit is very nice. Obviously, having that cockpit piece, you have some spring-loaded shooters to add some playability, some great minifigures, just the overall unique design and how they were able to differentiate the First Order TIE Fighter from the Empire TIE Fighter. I think they did a great job with that. and so that's why I have this one at number 3. Moving on to number 2, though, we have set number 75103. This is the First Order Transporter from also 2015. Retail for $90 with 792 pieces. Came with quite a few minifigures. You get 2 First Order Flame Troopers, 2 First Order Stormtroopers, you get a Captain Phasma, and 2 Resistance Soldiers. They're just unnamed generic characters there. But one of the reasons why this is definitely high up on my list is just the nostalgia factor. I remember being in the theater, watching this, and this being one of the first things you see as they're raiding that town or village on Jakku there. You see all the First Order Stormtroopers just raid that village. That's definitely one of my favorite scenes, and so obviously this ship being a part of it just gives me chills every time I think about that. But some playability also on here. You have some spring-loaded shooters, you got some stud shooters. The little ramp can be moved down, and you can load other troopers in there if you have some. Obviously, you do get 2 stormtroopers and 2 flame troopers in here, which is very nice, so you can load them in there. You can also fit some other guys in there. And overall, I do think this is a very nice design. It does look a little awkward with that little thing sticking out in the top of the middle. I don't entirely know what that's purpose is, but that is kind of there, and it does look a little weird. But overall, I think this is a relatively sleek design with some nice minifigures and just some nostalgia thrown in there. Puts this one up there at number 2. But finally, on to number 1, where I've set number 75105. This is the Millennium Falcon from 2015. Retail for $150 with 1,329 pieces. You get BB-8, Chewbacca, Finn, Han Solo, Rey, Tasu Leech, and then a Conja Club member. I believe Tasu Leech is like the leader of the Conja Club, which is the other group that attacks Han on his giant transport ship. Overall, I really love this orientation, or this take on the Millennium Falcon, obviously having the different radar dish to differentiate it. Honestly, my only downside of this is the fact that they use these awkward panels, which leave gaps in the Millennium Falcon, which does make that look a little weird. But otherwise, I think this is really nice. They added some other colors other than just the dark gray. They have some tan, you have some red in there to kind of show how this ship has changed over time from the original trilogy to the sequels. Obviously, the cockpit is still relatively small. You can only fit, I think, like 1 or 2 minifigures in there, not entirely sure. But obviously, with those panels, what that does is it allows some room in the middle for some playability, and you have some great minifigures in here. Overall, absolutely love this set, and that's why this one is at number 1. But guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to go down there and hit that like button, and if you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.